wake up to find yourself in a small room. There is a single chair with no back, 4 torches, and stone bricks in one spot of the wall. Be quiet, sheep! I'm trying to be dramatic and failing. Okay, welcome back to Minecraft Feed the Beast Monster. That was just my AFK room. I have not been AFK today, but I was yesterday a little bit, just waiting for some stuff to cook, and kind of having trouble figuring out what I want to do exactly here, and this is ready to harvest. So last episode I believe I built a little bit up on the surface, and I've done a little bit more on it. I'm still not 100% sure if I want to move out of this little underground tunnel or not. It's kind of hard for me to decide what I want to do. I won't say I'm a bad builder, but I am severely lacking in inspiration most of the time, so it's very hard for me to decide what to do. So this is what I've done, kind of kept with the theme of having hallways that go off into rooms instead of rooms that are connected by little walkways. But again, I'm not really sure if I want to do this or not. I may just continue living underground, or maybe I'll make these 4 rooms into one big room or something like that. I've kind of fixed the problem with mob spawning. Basically all I did was I went to options, switched to peaceful. You can see all the bad guys disappear. Go back to hard, and they will start spawning. Probably not on the surface since it's daytime. So yesterday I recorded a bunch of Agrarian Skies with my cousin. I'm not sure when those videos will go up. I'll have to show him how to use editing software. He refuses to ask Google for help for anything. I don't know why. Okay, so what are we going to do today? I think we need some overclockers because we got tons of power, and I don't know why it always shows that there's a little bit more than the max capacity. That's kind of strange. So, what do we need to make an overclocker? We need copper cable, basic circuit, or electronic circuit, and 3 10K coolness cells. These things are the worst to craft, normally, but I have a plan for that. The bad thing about these is they don't stack. And, of course, you have to have some kind of water container, which also doesn't stack for most of them to craft them. But there is a way around that. So I am going to get a bucket. Can't remember if I have one laying around, but I have plenty of iron now. Still got a lot of ore to process. That's one reason I'm making overclockers right now. And I don't know if I've shown I made this genetic bow. I'm not sure how it varies from a regular bow. I'm hoping it's a bit better. I always feel like modded Minecraft and Minecraft in general is missing a lot of like it needs more ranged weapons of some kind. Okay, and I am just completely lost here. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we need to make a cyclic assembler. Okay. So, I really need to make patterns for all these gears, so why don't we do that really quickly? Okay. And put that there. Oh, forgot my air conditioner again. I've left it on during several of the Agrarian Skies videos, but I didn't hear it. So maybe it's okay. That should be everything we need. We could also make a pattern for the cyclic assembler, which I think would actually be a good ideal. And is it going to care that some of those gears are mismatched? I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's not liking that it doesn't have the gears required. So let's update that. I thought it would be smart and use the OR dictionary like it should, but apparently not. So let's make sure those are the right ones. Oh, I made a second one. That's okay. I believe you can clear it by shift right clicking. So let's put that here and try it again. Oh, forgot to put the gears in. That's okay. I'm sure we'll need more gears like that. Alright, so looks like I have a water line here, so we can just attach it here for now. Guess that'll be okay. So the cyclic assembler has a tank for fluid, and that is nice because if you tell it to craft something that requires, say, a water bucket, and you pump water into it, it will automatically refill the water bucket for you, saving you a lot of time and effort. I really wish I could get something to make me walk faster. Okay, so I've only done this once, so can't remember exactly how it works. Alright, so I forgot what I was putting in there. That's okay. Okay, I think I need to make a schematic for it. Okay, and a schematic is just 2 paper and a lapis if I decide to cut that out. So I need to put it here and lay out that recipe again. Okay, makes 1 10K coolant cell from 4 tin plates and 1 water bucket. And, oh, this thing needs power as well. I don't think it needs much power. Wait. Oh, it's probably in here. Yeah. So I'm just going to temporarily take this energy cell and put it on here just to power it. Once that fills up, I think that'll probably last a while. Actually, last time I set up a cyclic assembler, it seemed like it was bugged and it wasn't using power. But it still had to have power in order to do anything. Okay, why are you not doing anything? It is actually crafting them. Okay, I understand now. I am such an idiot today. That is too funny. What was I thinking? You gotta do this. Now it's making stuff, and I can't open it because of that. All that wasted time. Okay, well, now I gotta get clever with my editing to fix that. I don't want your calcite. Have it back, world. Take it, chicken. I don't care. Oh, that was annoying. Okay, how many more of these templates do we have? Make me some more, please. There we go. Okay, and There we go. How many copper cables do we have? Enough. So that's 3 overclockers. So, as you can see, each overclocker by itself would decrease process time to 70%. So it would take 7/10 of the time to complete a process, but increase the power usage by 60%. So it'd use over 1.5 times as much power. All 3 of these together would do that. Increase it to 1/3 of the time, but use over 4 times as much power. So we could maybe... Well, since this macerator is working on nether quartz dust, I could give it all of these. And unfortunately, because that increases power consumption, you can see it says it's using 8 up in Wayland now, where it was probably using 2 before. So we have to make sure that we aren't using more than, I think, 32 on this entire setup right here, because we've got that low voltage transformer that steps it down to 32. At least that's how it used to work. Macerator's still pretty slow, even with all the extra overclockers. And, hang on. Sorry about that. Today just has not been my day. Things just keep going wrong left and right. Probably shouldn't even be working on this episode right now. Up until now, I pretty much stuck with an every other day schedule for this series. I may potentially skip a day every once in a while for now. I do have some other stuff going on right now that's eating up a fair amount of time, and I'm just struggling for ideals on this series. It's not going to get abandoned. I'm still enjoying playing FTB Monster. It's just I'm having a bit of trouble keeping up with making an episode every 2 days. Still using less power than we're producing. And this nuclear reactor is not doing a thing for our power right now because we're full, but I don't really care because we've got tons of uranium, and this is, well, when these run out, it gives us plutonium. So, I'm also going to need to get a bigger reactor going sometime, and I'm going to need to get UU matter production going at some point. Can't really do IC2 without UU matter, right? So I've kind of got an ideal for that. I probably will pump in a lot of power from my nuclear reactor into making UU matter, but I'm going to have some systems in place that will make sure I always have some power to use as well. And I don't think that will be too hard to do. I'm sure I could... I mean, I've already got a computer up there that's checking the power level in my MFE. I'm sure I could do something clever and have it cut power to the mass fabricator or whatever it's called whenever we're below a certain power level. Actually, I've had a script like this before, where it was also controlling the nuclear reactor. Like, whenever the power level dropped below 90%, it would start the reactor. Whenever it got above 95%, it would cut it off. So we could have something like that going again. I would love to hear opinions about whether or not I should stay down here in this cave, or if I should go up here and start building on this a little bit more. I think this would be a lot more efficient on resources, because right now if I wanted to run, say, an ME cable from my ME system to my machine room, that would be a lot of cable, because I've got the ME system on the, like, here, for example, underground, and then I've got the machines all the way over here. Where if I built here, I could maybe put the ME system here, and then the machines here, and just run cables through the wall, and it would save me tons of resources. So that makes this base ideal seem a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have a clue. I give up. I don't care anymore. These mushrooms from my mod, I think I'm actually going to get rid of them. They're kind of redundant. I think I should just, if I do keep the secret donuts, I'll just make them use vanilla red mushrooms. No need to have another block littering the landscape. And I mean, how many people are going to be using a donut that half the time will do something bad to you? I think not many people are crazy enough like I am to do that. Let's grab some rubber. Might as well. I kind of hate to talk about this in the middle of an episode, but I can't remember. I know I talked a bit about my mod last episode, but I can't remember what I said exactly. But I've been thinking about it recently, and I think what I need to do with it right now is try to finalize it somewhat. Instead of adding more features, I should be polishing up the ones that are there and getting my mod in a state that is acceptable to release for hundreds or thousands of people to play. And for the most part, I would say it's good to go. There's a couple little bugs I'm aware of, like when you craft a torch bandolier, its NBT data is messed up, and you have to shift right click it a time or two before it'll do anything. And then there's just little things that kind of annoy me, but I can't really find a way to fix, like, for example, this Chaos Gem, to get flight on it, you have to craft a flight rune and craft it with the Chaos Gem. But those recipes don't show up in NEI because it uses a custom recipe handler, so NEI doesn't know how to show them. There is a way to make something, add something to a mod where it will show custom recipe handlers in NEI, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. And anytime I try to do anything related to NEI with my mod, it just breaks tons of stuff, and I'm probably just not going to do it. I mean, these do have tooltips now that say what to do with them. So hopefully that's good enough. Another thing I was originally going to... Well, it's something I considered, having a block to craft all these things instead of doing it in a crafting grid. I think I'm going to get rid of that. It's just an unnecessary complication. There's not really any reason to do with that. I mean, craft with an appropriate tool. Well, I could probably word that a bit better. Maybe craft with a gem tool. And with the Chaos Rune, it says craft with Chaos Gems to give them effects. I think most people could probably figure that out without too much trouble. And food items don't really tell you what they do, they just kind of have a funny little line with them. Enchantment tokens, it says what they do. So I guess that's probably good enough. So just have a few bugs to fix here and there. Okay, here's one thing that bugs me. The recipe to decorate tools, where you craft gems with them and wool and stuff to give them special appearances, like what I've done with this pick. It was originally all emerald, now it's got a bit of aquamarine and a garnet or topaz or something down there and green wool. Again, those recipes don't show up in NEI. So I wonder what I should do there. Maybe I should add a tooltip to the gems that says you can craft them with tools. And of course, whenever I do release my mod, I will make a video all about it that explains all the aspects of it. Of course, not everyone would watch it before they download. I think I would like to move into this new area here. I really like this kind of base design where it's just sort of open. Like what I built in my Direwolf 20 mod pack Let's Play, where it was just a bunch of platforms in the sky. It's really nice in modded Minecraft where you can fly, because you don't have to worry about going through hallways and stuff necessarily. You can just jump between one platform and the next. Of course, I'm planning on having these rooms closed in for the most part, since they are out in the open and on the ground. But still, it could be nice, and I can make walkways in between these rooms in the center if I wanted to. And I've got some blocks over here. And all these torches are mostly just for spacing, kind of mark a grid of sorts. One thing I've been doing a lot of recently is I will build kind of out of 3x3 blocks like this. So for example, here's a 3x3 with the torch in the center, here's another one, and another, and another. And I'm just building everything out of 3x3s. Alright, so the only problem here is that these are probably spawnable spaces. Yep. Okay, so I'm thinking applied energistic system could go here maybe. And we could have the molecular assembler chamber in there, just kind of embedded in the hillside a little bit. And I have my shovel on me. I really like the way this shovel turned out. Well, maybe not the peridot on the handle, but it's pretty nice. Okay, so applied energistic system here. Have some machines here. And that'll make it really easy to hook them up to ME interfaces, so we can do automatic crafting of things like plates. Alright, so I'm going to edit what I've recorded and see how much time I have left after I cut out all the stupidity with the cyclic assembler. Okay, we got about 22 minutes of video so far, and why don't we get rid of this rain? It's kind of annoying. Whoa. Mother Nature is angry. Okay, so I'm digging a little bit of a room into the hillside, which is going to be for power. That's probably where my power storage will be, my MFE. And below that, I will dig a room for the nuclear reactor, which I will probably try to enclose it in something. Reinforced stone could be good. I've heard hardened glass works pretty well, or pretty good as well, and that would be a lot easier to make, so I'm not sure. I don't plan on using a dangerous reactor design, but still, it couldn't hurt to be a little bit careful. And I don't know if I've shown it, but I put efficiency 5 on this pick, and it just cuts through this limestone like it's nothing. Okay. So, power here. And I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of this episode. It might be good to cut it off here. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea. I'll cut it off here, maybe move into this building. Might wait for some feedback if I get any. It's pretty rare to get comments on my videos, but there are some, which is cool. And last time I checked them up to 34 subs, so just steadily growing. Gaining a little bit more every week than the last, so that's good. That's about what I would expect, I suppose. Just exponential growth. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and I will work hard on getting my mod into a state where it can be released. I'll probably try to get a version for Minecraft 1.6 out, and then I'll start working on 1.7. So I don't know, we'll just have to see how popular it is. Maybe if maybe it'll even get thrown into a 1.7 Feed the Beast pack. I don't know. I'm not gonna hope for that. It's probably a bit of a lofty dream, but maybe it'll happen. Alright, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.